Hey beauties, it's Nikea here. I'm going to show you how to do some braided Bantu knots on your hair. So my line sister actually helped me do my Bantu knots that I wore for my party. And disclaimer, hers look way better than mine. Like, you see how those triangle parts are, y'all? OMG. And she really did a great job. She had never done this style before. So shout outs to you, Naja, for helping a sister out. But I'm going to show you all how it's done and give you the critiques on the way I did it and how you can do it better. But I still think it came out cute, especially for me doing this my first time on my own. So first thing I did was to part my hair from ear to ear. Just have a front half and a back half. That's the only thing about doing your own hair. It is hard to get those perfect parts. And then I went right in the center from one side of my temple to the other and did a diagonal part, and that's going to create the triangle parts. And then once I got those parts as even as I could get them, I am going to take some Eco Styler gel. I used the black castor oil and flaxseed, and I'm going to use some Murray's Beeswax Edge Control to slick everything down. I think my only critique for me would be that I should have done my sections a little tighter because I'm going to put a rubber band up here, and I don't think I put it tight enough. I don't know how my line sister got it to be so sleek and so smooth, but that's okay. Practice makes perfect. I'm going to get back to this again. Alright, once you get the rubber band on there, make sure it is nice and tight. Not too tight that's pulled on your scalp, but make sure your sections are nice and sleek. I don't know why I was rushing. Like, that's why it's not nice and sleek and smooth, because I was rushing. But just take your time, and it's going to look way better than what I did, because I could have had it look way better. And I'm doing this on stretched hair. And once I got to the sides, I just did a diagonal part on each side, so that create Harper. Shh. Once I got to the sides, I did a diagonal part, so that just created two sections on each side. So I would have 5 twists going across the front of my head. And also, I should have brought the ponytails I was creating forward a little more, because the Bantu knots did sit back on my head a little bit too much. But it kind of created this crowned looking effect. Alright, here we are with the sections all done, including the back. When I got to the back, I just split that in half and then just did some sections randomly, I guess, because I really couldn't see the back of my head. So, semi-triangles. Look at that, that's a nice triangle. Alright, now that we have all the sections mapped out, we are going to use a crochet hook to install the braiding hair. I had a clip of the braiding hair that I used, but I don't know where it went. So I'm just using some Kenny Cologne braiding hair. I got a pack of 4, and then I got this pack of M430, which like matches my hair color perfectly, but they only had 1 pack, so I did mix in some of the 4. And I also mixed in some 1B when my line sister was doing it, because we were running out of hair. We wanted to make sure we had enough for the sections. So all you're going to do is get the crochet hook underneath the section, and then I put the hair inside the hook, close the latch, and then I'm going to pull it through. But then I'm going to hold on to one side of the braiding hair and only pull one side through. That way I have a piece of hair on each side. tricky part for me, making sure that I pulled the right side of hair. This got a little complicated. And now you're just going to braid it. So what I did was I split my hair into 3 sections, and then I had half of the braiding hair on each side, and then once I ran out of my hair, I just took some of the braiding hair and added it to the middle. These braids don't have to be perfect. I have never braided with extensions before in my life. This is my first time. But the braids don't have to be super perfect because you are wrapping the hair around itself. Y'all can see this braid is such trash. It got better as I went along, but I was not tripping about it at all. Look at my face. I would also suggest cutting the braiding hair in half because you don't need it to be super long since you're just wrapping the knots. And then you're just going to wrap it like you would a regular Bantu knot. And I like the fact that the braid did taper at the end. That made it easier to secure onto my head. And then once you got that, you can kind of shape it and form the knot how you want. And so I'm just going to show you again how I did that. I'm going to insert the crochet hook underneath the ponytail. Once you have the braiding hair on the hook, you're going to close that latch and pull it through the ponytail. Then once you get that hair pulled through, making sure you have an extension on each side, you're going to separate your hair into 3 sections, and you're just going to braid in the braiding hair with it. Like I said, y'all see how janky this braid is? It's okay because no one's going to see that. You're going to wrap that Bantu knot around. Alright, this is the front all done. You could legit rock your hair like this. Sorry, I was eating cupcakes. That was gross. But you can legit rock it with just those Bantu knots in the front. And I just continue that throughout the back. I figured, you know, y'all get the point. I don't have to show you every single thing that I did. Alright, that last Bantu knot is done. So now I'm just going to take some gel and some edge control to smooth down my edges a little bit because I just didn't do my ponytails tight enough. I was tripping. My mom's supposed to have my baby hairs late on Saturday. But just make sure that you do your ponytails tighter. Of course, not too tight. You don't want to pull your hair out, but do them tighter if you want a sleeker look. Now, if you're not so worried about having such a sleek look, then you could just rock it like this, Nikea style. But I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to make sure that my ponytails are a lot sleeker. But for some reason, I was rushing. I don't know why. And then I just have these little hair cuffs that I got from my beauty supply store. They're gold. I just put a couple on each of the ones in the front. This is the same thing I did for my party on Saturday, just to add some adornment, some decoration. Alright, all my adornments are on, and this is the finished style. I'm going to make sure that I insert some pictures of what it looked like when my line sister did it. Because this is cute, but hers look better. But this is how I did it on my own. I feel like it came out nice. Only thing is, it's not as sleek as I want it to be. And of course, you can always go through and shape your Bantu knots to make sure they're to the size that you want. But that is it, beauties. Thank you so much for watching. But before you go, there's one thing I want you to do. I want you to go down below and click that subscribe button. And right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, beauties. Bye.